Hey Gus, welcome back to my channel. I am Mr. N. I feel so bad right now, maybe this is my last video update. There is one thing I have been deceiving everyone. This incident made my conscience very disturbed. After hesitating for a long time, I finally decided to tell the truth today. Actually, I'm not a YouTuber and my name is not Mr. N. My true identity is an online writer, and I'm dead. Yes, your ears are not broken or I'm dead. Because I wrote a novel with a bad ending, and then the reader sent me a razor blade, and I was also sent to hell. But I didn't expect that the King of Hell is a big fan of my novel. He was very angry after seeing the ending I wrote, and he scolded me severely. And he also let me travel into the novel I wrote. When I woke up again, I was surrounded by people, and I saw my reflection in the water with a confused look on my face. I looked at the badge on my body and realized that I had traveled through time and became Lai Hugo, the son-in-law in the novel. The most frustrating thing is, this villain will die in half a year.
But it doesn't matter. Fortunately, I wrote this world myself. Wherever there is treasure, wherever there is opportunity, I am very familiar with what plot will follow. Just when I was about to show my talents in this world, an express box fell from the sky. It was actually sent by the King of Hell. When I opened it, I saw the pepper I bought in my previous life and a letter. He actually showed mercy and gave me a shopping system to buy props. I turned on the system and saw that it was indeed very convenient. The items in the system were all rare treasures. With this cheating system, it's not like you can pass the level directly. But the stingy King of Hell did not provide any startup capital. At this time, I suddenly heard a sound behind me. When I turned around, I saw that it was my wife, Nalan Meng. Before I could recover, she hit me at my feet with a whip, and her expression changed instantly. After returning home, Nalan Meng took me to the ancestral hall. I knelt down involuntarily. It turned out that she was worshipping the tablets of my parents. Recalling that her father and my father were sworn brothers, this made Lai Hugo eligible to marry Nalan Meng. While I was dazed, Nalan Meng asked me where I had spent my fortune today. I didn't answer, and as soon as I opened my mouth, I asked her for 100 taels of silver. I vowed to do business. I thought she would refuse, but instead, she threw me a money bag.
Nalan City has been suffering from drought for many years, and all the money has been used to help the victims. I will give you 50 taels at most.
So, negotiable. After taking the money, I left Nalan Mansion without looking back. After walking for a long time, I came to the market in Nalan City. When I opened the shopping system again, the balance shows 50. Sure enough, real money can be spent directly on the system, so convenient. At this time, there was a person behind me looking at me, and my sixth sense also sent out a danger signal, so I pointed at the fat man in front of me and cursed.
Master, don't get me wrong, I smell Western pepper on you, and I want to see if it's true.
As soon as these words came out, I saw an opportunity and took out the pepper in my pocket. Unexpectedly, the fat man actually offered 50 after smelling it. It only cost a few yuan to buy a can of pepper, but he actually offered 50. Before I could react, the fat man thought I was dissatisfied with the small amount of money, so he directly offered 200 yuan. That's how I made my first pot of gold. The fat man is a famous businessman. He actually wanted to cooperate with me for a long time. After saying this, he took me to his stall and asked me to pick something as a meeting gift. I fell in love with the bottle in front of me at a glance, and the fat man gave it to me directly and also agreed to sell him any good things in the future. I secretly opened the shopping system, and this bottle was actually a mood spirit grass that can gather spiritual energy. Luckily, he didn't know. I didn't spend a penny to get this treasure, I earned it. At this time, I saw a strong man selling a sword next to me, but no one believed that this sword could be worth 80 taels. The strong man looked at the sword in front of him and fell into deep thought. If his wife hadn't been ill, how could he have ended up in this situation? But I could tell at a glance that this person was Guan Yunfen, the world's #1 thief. He was about to leave with the sword, but was stopped by two gangsters who wanted to snatch the sword away. When they were about to fight, I threw a bag of coins over. You take these 100 taels for emergencies first. Seeing the money bag, Guan Yunfen knelt down and called me his benefactor, but little did he know that I already knew his true identity. After saying goodbye to him, I did some calculations. I made a net profit of 100 taels today, and I also made friends with the big shot Guan Yunfen. This person was MC's teammate in the original work, and he even killed me later on. I returned home with a full load. As soon as I entered the door, I saw Nalan Meng practicing martial arts. When she saw me coming back, She felt I had lost all my money, but I took out 100 taels and planned to pay it back with interest. Nalan Meng looked at the 100 taels in front of her with a look of disbelief. At this time, a voice came from behind and said that all my money came from gambling. This person's name is Lai Yutang. He has been secretly in love with Nalan Meng for many years and has always wanted to kill me and then possess Nalan Meng.
Yuko, did you really get this money from gambling?
Nalan Meng asked doubtfully, "How can I gamble? This money is earned from doing business. If you don't believe me, you can ask someone in the market." Nalan Meng firmly believed in me, and she only took the 50 taels she lent me. Seeing my proud look, Lai Yutang was so angry that he gritted his teeth. Late at night, I'd offered to go to the guest room to sleep because Lai Yubo's father had a secret book of Western-style exercises. According to the settings I wrote, it should be in this room. Entering the room, I was attracted by a painting on the wall, and the secret book was here. When it was revealed, I couldn't help but smile heavily. Then I threw the moon spirit grass into the grass outside the window because the moon spirit grass can only germinate under the moon, and the spiritual energy gathered by this thing is of great help to practice. After I was ready, I started practicing with my eyes closed. I broke through to the level of a warrior and reached the level of a warrior in one night. Could it be that I am a genius in cultivation? The next day, I walked through the streets of Nalan City again. My top priority was to continue making money because only in this way could I change the fate of Nalan City being wiped out by the group. At this time, a voice suddenly came from behind.
Lai Yuo, someone bought your life, prepare to die.
I was about to pay double the price to bribe them, but several robbers rushed up directly. In this case, I can only show them the results of my cultivation. I threw the robber into the sky with one punch. Looking at the power in my hand, I felt a little proud. "You little thief, tell me who is behind this, or I will kill you." But my provocation didn't scare them. Gohan and Yunfen rushed out at the critical moment and defeated them with one move.
Say, who sent you to kill my benefactor?
After learning that it was Lai Yutang, Wang Yunfen picked up the knife and wanted to avenge me. But without conclusive evidence, killing Lai Yutang will only increase our charges. This has to be planned. After appeasing Guan Yunfen, I took him to the market to make money. We came to Fatty's stall again to do some trading. I took out the salt and other condiments. The fat man looked horrified and hurriedly told me to put it away quickly. Selling salt is a capital offense. I nearly forgot. Salt was difficult to produce in ancient times in the East and was a necessity, so it was generally not allowed to be sold by private individuals. You can't sell salt, but you can always sell wine, right? I took out the wine bottle. When the fat man saw it, his eyes widened instantly. He held my thigh and begged me to sell it to him, just because the bottle containing the wine was a rare liquid glass in this era. The fat man actually wanted to pay 80,000 taels. I was shocked when I heard this figure. A broken wine bottle is worth 80,000 taels, and the fat man didn't think it was expensive. Instead, he hugged my thigh and was grateful to me. He also gave me a gold bracelet that can hold everything. I looked calm on the outside, but I was already extremely happy inside. After completing the transaction with Fatty, I wanted to buy some rare items. The fat man told me I could buy it in the caravan. So I followed into the caravan. There were some rare items here. I sent Fatty and Guan Yunfen away and walked towards the caravan. Suddenly, a person appeared in front of me, blocking my way. This person was the shopkeeper of Zhouji Trading Company, the biggest boss in the caravan. But I was attracted by the dying woman in front of me. It turns out that caravans not only sell some common items, but also often sell slaves. She was being bullied and I found an excuse to take the girl away. The caravan was embarrassed to reject me because I was the consort of Nalan City. After I took her away, I gave her another pill. The little girl who was used to being bullied thought I was going to test the medicine on her, so she swallowed it without hesitation. In the next second, all the wounds on her body healed. I named her Jun Chu, which is also the name in the original novel. I threw the snowling fruit and a set of clothes to her again, and she was very moved. This little girl doesn't know yet, but she is the last frost demon in the world, and it was she who destroyed Nalan City. She hasn't awakened her power yet. I'll take her away first. She will definitely help me in the future. In the evening, I practiced alone in my room. A large number of soldiers came in outside the door. It turned out that Lai Yutang saw that I wanted to sell salt, but I was sure that he had no evidence. Unexpectedly, Lai Yutang also called for witnesses and physical evidence. He clearly wanted to kill me. At this critical juncture, only Jun Su spoke for me. No one believed me. At this time, I already have a solution in my mind. I took out my space bracelet and showed all the 80,000 taels of the last transaction. Lai Yutang saw this but still wanted to frame me. When I took out the beer bottle in my hand, everyone was speechless. That's right, all my money was earned from selling colored glaze. Lai Yutang was so angry and was about to come forward to argue with me. At the critical moment, Fatty came in with the salt merchant.
I heard that Brother Hugo was in trouble, so I came here to help him prove it.
The salt merchant directly pointed out the person who gave false testimony. When Lai Yutang saw this, he became furious and killed the witnesses and silenced them. This move shocked everyone. After killing someone, he calmly told me that it was a misunderstanding. After this incident ended, I secretly swore in my heart. He tried to kill me so many times that I couldn't hesitate anymore. I will definitely kill him this time. But now is not the time. I have to do something to benefit Nalan City first. The next day, I recruited workers at the gate of Nalan City and told everyone that the recruited workers could get food every day. Everyone in the audience looked puzzled and asked for food before they would believe this fact. I gave 2 portions of food to the first person who signed up. When everyone in the audience saw it, they immediately swarmed up and finally finished handing out the things. The fun had just begun. I am about to lead Nalan City to prosperity. The son-in-law, who usually had nothing to do, now actually mobilized the villagers to reclaim Wasteland and actually said that he would lead Nalan City to become rich and powerful. How incredible! But things can't go so smoothly. 3 days later in the morning, Guan Yunfin came to me in a hurry. He told me that Jun Su was taken away. I didn't hesitate to save her, although no one else felt worthy of it. She was just a slave. But when I was slandered, she was the only one who believed me. I have to save her. At this time, I didn't know that all this was Lai Yutang's conspiracy. When I arrived at the place, I was already poisoned. It turns out that the person who captured Jun Su was the Poison Emperor. I began to gradually lose consciousness. What happened next? If you want to see the plot behind it, just look for it in the comments. I've put the comic in the comments. Bye, brothers!